For all people who live in Melbourne, catching a public transport is the way to reduce the expenditure for a fuel cost. They also do not have to spend much money to pay the public transport tickets, especially for local students. But it is not for some international students who don't get a concession fare. Public transport is the only way for them to get around, so it's a very high cost for them.
Um, I think it's pretty good. I've never had any problems with it, except for maybe buses can tend to be a little late. So I try to avoid buses and I always catch the tram or the train. From where I'm coming from, the public transport system is not very good. So compared to that, here I think it's great. And the only thing I would say is maybe the trams should be more consistent, maybe with their tie-ins, because sometimes it gets really annoying to wait around for the tram, especially when you're a student and you're running for classes and stuff. Yeah, but overall I think it's great.
Though I do not use the transportation much in Australia, other than long distance travel, I find the time very efficient.
I find Melbourne's public transportation is very accessible and very easy to find, and it helps me to get to anywhere I want to go.
Beyond the trains, trams, and a few bus routes, services are poor because they are infrequent, particularly at weekends.
I personally think that the quality of the transportation here in Melbourne is quite alright, since it is convenient and it is close to many places such as schools and shopping centers, and it is safe and apparently it is cleaned. However, I find it is like not on time, since it is sometimes too early. It comes too early or too late, which kind of confuse me. And drivers are sometimes not friendly, but well, some of them, right? And I find the price is quite expensive, and I find it is quite unfair, since like I'm a student as well, but international students didn't get the concession card, and yes, I find it like it's too expensive.
I think that the transportation in Melbourne is quite unreliable, as it is always late and it doesn't arrive on time. The frequency is not enough, especially during peak hours. And it is quite expensive, even for concession and senior members. It is also very dirty, especially when people leave their rubbish behind after work, and graffiti and vandalism can be seen everywhere throughout the trains, stations, and the tracks. There's a lot of things to improve on for Melbourne, and I think the improvement is for the good.